27 years. 27 years is all it took for 5 individuals to change the way we hear, see, feel, and think about music forever. They captured our hearts, showed us things our eyes have never seen before, gave us sounds we'd only dream of hearing, and captivated our minds, taking them to far-out worlds, way beyond our imagination. But with consistent themes of death, darkness, and destruction, did these artists foreshadow their own demise through their songs? Or are their deaths merely just a coincidence? This is Forever 27.
Try to set the night on fire. Let me stand, yeah. Let me stand, baby. Let me stand. Oh, let me stand. Oh.
Brian Jones, guitarist, and one of the founding members of the Rolling Stones. Drug and alcohol abuse, dead at 27.
Been with the Rolling Stones, are you one of the original members?
Yes, one of the original members.
What were you doing before you joined?
Well, just sort of bumming around waiting for something to happen, really.
Janis Joplin, lead singer of Big Brother and the Holding Company, heroin overdose, dead at 27.
I just started singing when I was about 17. I listened to a lot of music first, and one day I started singing, and I could sing. It was like it was a surprise.
Jim Morrison, poet, lead singer for The Doors, heart failure, dead at 27.
Well, in the realm of art and theater, I do think that there should be complete freedom for the artist and performer.
Jimi Hendrix, one of the greatest guitar players who ever lived, asphyxiated in his own vomit, dead at 27.
Pretty soon I believe that they're going to have to rely on music to get some kind of peace of mind or satisfaction, direction actually.
Kurt Cobain, lead singer and guitarist for Nirvana, suicide, dead at 27.
I've just noticed that people expect more of a thematic angle with our music.
3,000 miles away in San Francisco, California, I was able to get Rudy Colombini, musician, producer, and founder of Marvelous Show Records, on the phone and talk to him about the impact of these 5 artists and their obsession with the mystery of death.
It would be difficult to point out anyone who was more on the edge than Morrison and Joplin and Hendrix and Cobain. Not only were they on the edge, but obviously what happened? They fell off the edge. You know, death is an issue that makes the artist, in our eyes, somewhat surreal and mythological and even special. And it adds to the whole allure of the artist. You know, when you analyze their lyrics, their untimely deaths were, in some ways, you know, they were planned by them. They all spoke about death in their songs.
Dr. George Redman, history of rock and roll professor at Towson University, also talked about the mystery behind these artists.
It was a fascination, along with, all these ideas in psychedelia of sort of expanding your mind and sort of trying to find alternative ways of life. One of the main books that sort of drove this was a non-psychedelic book, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, which was this Tibetan book that describes sort of it's a guide for the afterlife. So, that idea of sort of life and death kind of being the same thing in a way is pretty prevalent in the mid to late 60s. And Cobain, of course, is a sort of a child of that generation. There's always going to be the specter of death, because what sort of heavier thing is there for us to think about than death? They set themselves up as icons through dying by sort of saying, okay, we're stopping here with this but they stop at this point where they've got this output, however large or small it might be, but it's intense output and concentrated output.
The gift that they gave was a dramatic view. I don't see them as heroes. I don't really see them even as all that special. Don't get me wrong, I love what they did. None of these artists did anything to move towards salvation. They just took the problem and pointed out the problem, but didn't really have any answers to the problem.
Although these 5 artists never got to mature and solve the problems they pointed out in their songs, their voices are still alive and heard today. Their music and legacy will live on forever. This has been Frank Fusco. Enjoy the music.